Uh, Naveen, I did till the creation of the equipment, but regarding because I like no, I'm not sure how to create the work center, and I did not copy exactly what you were doing, so I left the part from the last class. So I'll just do it after we do the work center today, and equipment and all like it's done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, but
Naveen, so
what?
I have, yeah, I have done till now and I have uploaded the doc. So, yeah, please check and let me know.
Okay, okay, okay. So document you can just directly post it on WhatsApp so that okay, so I can directly see that. You don't
Okay,
need to
not in
post it
channel.
on the yeah, not in channel actually. You can directly put it on WhatsApp so I can check that. Yes.
But
Okay.
Naveen, I also had a question regarding like changing of the equipment in a functional location.
Okay.
Can
What
I
is the
share?
query?
Shall I share my screen?
Yeah, yeah, please.
So, so I have this equipment, okay, and if I want to remove it completely from here, or like replace it with some other equipment, how do I do that?
No, you want to take it out first, uninstall that. Okay,
Okay,
then you can able to place it over. Or you can
okay, so
able to install the second one and you can remove this.
okay, so if we
Get
go
into
to
the
like
function location. Yeah, get into the function location. Double click on that. You just double click on that. Yeah.
on a
Open
functional
it.
location.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, go to the structure, go to the equipments, go to the change mode first. Yeah, just give some value. Unit of measurement,
Sorry.
some currency or something you need to on the right side.
Okay, okay. So,
No, no symbol, just words. Yeah,
okay, so if I have to remove this,
yeah. So you can just click on dismantling. Yes. So or you first install that whatever the equipment you want to install, you can do that.
okay,
Then you can
okay,
dismantle to different place.
okay, okay. That was because I tried like installing a different one and then I dismantled it. But like what I was trying to figure out is like if I can completely remove it from here and not like install any other equipment,
No, it
like keep it
means
empty.
logically you need to think about that because logically means once an equipment is coming inside your factory, it is already in. It
Okay,
need to be available in somewhere.
okay,
Yeah,
fine.
that is the thing. Yes, that is the logic
Okay,
behind it.
oh, then it's okay. Fine,
Yeah,
got the
yeah.
logic.
Because when it
Okay.
comes coming into that, okay, right? So it is in your own house, right? So you cannot
Mhm.
take it away. You can just place it in different place. You cannot take it and throw it out. Right? That is the main actually.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, then we can do one thing. Then we can just complete the work center now. So then you can able to do that because that's not a big deal actually because we are not responsible for doing the work center. So that will be done by the PP guys. Okay, right. So that's why I just given a short note on this. Okay, today we can complete this. Okay, then you can just do this one because this one initially this three things is very important.
Okay.
So yeah. So I think you can able to see my screen.
Yeah. Hi, Naveen. Am I audible?
Oh yeah, yeah. Hi, hi.
Yeah. So can I take like 2 minutes just before you start?
Please, please.
Yeah. So actually, I'm facing an issue with external numbering. I have mapped it properly. Still, I'm facing some issue.
No,
So
regarding number range, external number range, we had a problem with the actually. Okay, last 4 days back, okay, there was one issue. Okay, there was one ABAP issue happened. Okay, we just tried to clear the internal issues. Okay,
mm,
internal number will work. Okay, but external number, if you assign that also, it won't come.
yeah, that's the
Yeah, yeah, that
problem
is
I'm facing.
actually from actually. Okay, it is originated from there. Okay, my team is decoding that because if
Uh-huh.
you touch on one side, it is affecting everywhere. So that's why
Yeah.
internally we are just closing up, but externally it will take some time, Wasim. So my team is working
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I thought like what I'm doing wrong, why it is not
No, no,
accepting.
no, no.
So
It's not
yeah.
from your side actually. Okay, right. So this is from MM actually. Okay, so we just
Mm.
inserted one program into that for a small development for a customer. So
Mhm.
that time, okay, some bug has happened. Okay, so that developer has gone out. Actually, he's not feeling well. So only he
Okay.
can come and decode, but he is not there. Okay, he got some viral fever.
No
So
problem.
other persons as cannot able to decode what he had done actually.
No problem. Thanks, Navin, for
Yeah,
the
yeah,
info.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, internal it will work. Okay, everywhere it is same actually because the number age concept is universal. So only internal work. External, if you assign also, it will not assign and it will not work. So once it is ready, then you can test that.
So like creating an external number, only number, not alphanumeric, is possible
No, you can
because
have a
like
number also. You can put it as external. See, external
okay,
is
so
not only for see alphanumerical. Okay, even if you put a number also, yes, you can able to select the external and you can do that. But if you
okay,
have alphanumerical without selecting external, system will not allow. That is the condition. But if you have a number, okay, you can. If you're not giving external also, it will take. If you give external also, it will take. But if you give alphanumerical, system will not accept until you give the external indication.
okay, maybe it was the same issue because even I tried and I was trying to create a only numerical external number and it was not working. Yeah, that's
Okay.
why even I
No,
have requested.
external will not work. Yeah, for just so just wait for 1 or 2 days. Okay, it will be clear.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you. Okay, so let's start with this work center. Okay, right. So as I already mentioned here, okay, right. So this is actually okay, the part of PP, okay, right. So it is nothing we have to do from PM side. It is completely a PP part. Okay, so PP is the okay, so the owner of this okay particular work center. Okay, right. So we have different centers actually. Okay, we have work center, we have cost center, we have profit center. Okay, right. So in this case, okay, we are going to see work center along with the cost center. Okay, so what this work center is going to do is, okay, this work center, okay, right, for an example, in the higher level, you can think like it can be a machine, okay, right, or it can be, okay, a labor, or it can be any kind of product lines or production lines or something, okay, you can just take like that, or assembly units, like that, you can able to think like anything. For an example, where this work is happening, for an example, in a company, the work should happen somewhere. Maybe, okay, using a machine, a company is working. For an example, you have a CNC machine. So if that machine runs, okay, so then only the company runs. Okay, so that means a machine is a work center. Or some company they don't depend on okay labors, okay, right? Sorry, machines, okay, they will go with labors. Okay, the labor is the main source, okay, right? So when they don't use machines, so labor is the main source, okay. Only the laborers will do all these things. For an example, small activities like okay, if you go for a cracker industry or a chemical industry or somewhere, okay, right? So the labor work is more. So the labor will be a work center. That is the main source of workload. Or production lines, okay, sometime okay it will be an automate industries. For an example, if you go for food industry and all these things, mostly it will be automated. If you just on the button, everything will work. So that production entire line, the assembly line, is a work center. So where that work is actually generating, okay, so from where the work is generating, okay, right. In our case, we are going to focus more on this labor side because we are not going to focus on any other thing because we cannot take the machine, because machine is the source where we are going to do the maintenance. Okay, for production, machine will be the work center. Okay, for us, okay, machine cannot be the work center because we need to work on the labors. Maybe you can have one labor or a group of labor, that's up to you. Because some companies will have, okay, right, work centers based on individual persons. Okay, right. Or mostly the companies will have a group of people, okay, right? One people, okay, one work center can have 2 people or 3 people. Okay, one general maintenance engineer, one mechanical engineer, one electrical engineer, like that. Okay, right. If that team goes, okay, they can complete everything. Or in a critical resource, they have 4 people or 5 people, civil engineer, general maintenance. Okay, right. So, okay, mechanical, electrical. Okay, so like that. Okay, so this is up to them. Okay, right. Or they can have a different hierarchy. Okay, so one supervisor, okay, one manager, okay, one assistant. Okay, like that also they can have. This all things based on a company. Okay, right. So our responsibility is to define which type of work center they want. So 99% we go with labors. Okay, right. So how we are going to do that? Okay, we don't need to see more about configurations because that is not our concern. Okay, that is a PP's concern. Okay, right. So we can just directly create our work center over here. So regarding that, we have T3 codes. Okay, right. 3 T codes we have. So we can create with CR01 or IR01. So there are different T codes for that. So we can go with IR01. Okay, so this is exclusively for PM. Okay, so also we have a T code called CR01. So that is also for same work center actually. But we can go for IR02 because sometimes they will ask you. So, okay, right. So use this one because sometimes the companies will give an authorization only for this T codes, not for CR because CR is for PP. So we can able to create, we can able to change and we can able to display. So this is universal wherever you go. So the concept is same. So now what you're going to do, we can just create a work center. You can have n number of work centers here. So that is based on your requirement. Okay, right. Yes. Okay. But the work center should be okay, at least. Okay. It should be out of this categories. It need to be there. Okay. Simply we should not create. Okay. So virtual work centers will not work. Okay. If you have a virtual work centers, okay. So we cannot able to show them. Okay. So many time in the OIT, in audit or something, we will be in trouble. Okay. Right. So let's get into the system directly. So we can just directly create one work center. Okay, let me go for IR01. So this is also a T code for creating a work center. Okay, and you can go to CR01. This is also a same T code. Okay, right. So both are same. Okay, but CR01 is okay. So we use for PP. Okay, IR01 we use for PM. So because okay, if a basis guy is giving you the roles and responsibility for a user, so mostly for a PM user they will give this T code. Okay, so that time it will change. Okay, so better you can have this T code. That is better. But all the options are exactly same. So here we are going to create a work center. Okay, so we have some options. Okay, right. Okay, work center. Okay, so what is a work center? You can just give some name or code, whatever you want. Okay, and you can give the plant. Okay, so what is the plant? We have WAS1. This is our plant. And what is the category you want? You can able to have the category. So here already the categories has been defined. So it can be a machine or a group of machine. It can be a labor or group of labor, or you just want to have it for plant maintenance, you can have it. So there is nothing, okay, is going to have any difference between this. This is just for a categorization, okay, don't make any big difference. Okay, maybe for our case, you can have labor or group of labor, or simply you want to maintain a plant maintenance, you can have it because there will be a number of work center just to divide, okay, what is our category, we are having this. Because this labor and group of labor, it's a very common category which will be used by production. So that we have a separate one for plant maintenance, you can have it. Or if you want to create, okay, number of categories also, you can do that, but that won't make any differences. Okay, let me go for this. Okay, and you can able to give what is your work center here. Okay, right. So you can maintain anything you want here. So maybe I'll go for work center. Okay, hyphen WAS1. Okay, I'm just giving something. Okay, so related to that. Okay, right. Give an enter. Yes. Okay, right. So here you have a number of tabs here. Okay, right. So in the tabs, okay, what are the things we want to have? We can see this here. Okay, like so almost like creating an equipment. Okay, but this is related to workload. Okay, the capacity is very important. So please note this very carefully here. Okay, so just give the work center name. So maybe I'll just give, okay, right. So Vasim. Okay, so work center. So maybe I'll put, okay, so team 1 like that. Okay, or you have any kind of okay terminologies, you can use it. Okay, I'm just giving us team 1 because we are using a labor-based work center. Okay, right. So first thing, okay, you can give a person responsible. Actually, it is not mandatory. Okay, right. If you want, you can able to give that. Okay, who is responsible for this plan? Okay, so already we have created one person responsible last time. Okay, right. So if you want to create also, yes, you can go to SPRO.
Naveen, sorry for interrupting.
Please.
So you mentioned like we are going for labor-based work center, right? So
Yes.
you here you select work center category plan maintenance, not labor. I
No, that's
mean,
one. See, the labor and the group of labor is a common okay category selected by production. So if you want to, okay, have a separate unique, okay, identification of work center, we have selected the plan maintenance.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it is not going to change the game actually. Okay, but okay, for easy identification, okay, if you want to filter or you want to find it, so this is easier. That's why. But otherwise,
Okay.
everything is same. Yeah, because just giving a category as labor or machine here, that won't change anything here. Okay, right. But okay, all other things, what we are going to give now, okay, that is going to change the game. But this is not going to change anything. That's why.
Okay. Fine. Fine.
Yeah, yeah. So now, okay, so we have a team here. Okay, so maybe for this team, okay, that we can assign one person responsible for this. Okay, it's not mandatory, but if you want to have a proper team and coordination, so we need to have that, because normally if you go for a maintenance and all setup, so normally the maintenance room, okay, will have, okay, one big LED. So mostly they have a big LED screen and all these things. Okay, people will be sitting and they will be monitoring all the notifications and all these things. If any notification comes or for a particular setup, okay, so automatically, okay, who is responsible for this, okay, responsible for this work center, or who is responsible for this equipment, so he will be triggered and he will be sent to the location immediately. For that reason only, okay, so connecting to the people only, we are just giving this. Okay, right. Or if everything is centralized, okay, right. So commonly there is one person is taking care of all the planning means. So we can commonly put one person. Okay, he will take care of the plan. Nowadays, all the companies are using like that. One plan. Okay, one planner. Okay, right. So he will take care of entirety. Okay, so go for the plan maintenance. Okay, and you can go for the master data. Sorry, maintenance, and you have work centers here. So most of the configuration will be in PP. Only few configuration will be given to us, but that also will be done by PP. Okay, so in the practical, okay, we don't have much to do, but still, okay, if you want to have an idea, you can see this. So here, okay, you can have, okay, so who is responsible for this particular work center? If you want, you can able to configure this. So already we have configured, okay, a particular person for this. You can have n number of people to be added for this. Maybe you have different people for a different set of categories. Maybe you have more than okay, 50 or 100 work centers. You can have like this, or mostly it won't be there. Okay, that will 1 or 2% will be there. So it is based on you. You can able to configure this. Okay, so I'm selecting the same thing what we have already. If you want to create, you can create a new thing also. Okay, I coming for the usage. Okay, again coming for the usage, whatever you are given, okay, right, in the routing and equipment. Okay, so here it will be a slight change. Okay, right, because this is not related to, okay, it is not related to equipment and routing, but it is indirectly connected to routing. This work center is indirectly connected to routing. We already seen that without work center, routing will not work. So like that here, the work center routing we are connecting here. So here we are giving here option number 4, only maintenance activity task list. Okay, it means when you are creating a task list, when you are creating a task list, okay, right? So it will be work. Okay, this work center will work only for this maintenance task list, not for production or not for other things. If you give only routing, it will work for only production. If you give only inspection, it will work only for quality. If you give only network, it will work only for project system. Every module will have different category. Or if you give all task list types, okay, it will be used for everything. You can use this work center as a common, especially for a small company. They don't have a mix team. Okay, one common team will be there. That team will work. Okay, so it's like it's a versatile worker. Okay, in our case, we have only maintenance task. So this, okay, work center, I'm going to use it only for our maintenance activity. Okay, right, yes. Coming for the main thing, okay, coming for the main thing. So we are going to focus on standard value keys. Okay, what is a standard value key? So in case of standard value key, we can able to say like, okay, for an example, so I'll just select one standard value key. For an example, we have SAP 1. Okay, this is very, very common. Okay, right. So common value key. If I just give this and enter, you'll be having some values. You can see that setup time, machine time, labor time, like that. Okay, what are these times actually? Because see, if you are just running a work center, for an example, if you are running a work center, so ultimately the workload need to be captured, and second thing, cost need to be captured. Okay, that is why we are using this work center, or else there is no use of this work center. So when you are running this work center, okay, which particular value you are going to capture? For an example, if it is a machine, so you need a setup time, because every day you want to start the machine, you want to set up, you want to do the program, you want to do the trial. It needs 1 or 2 hours every day. So you need a setup time to be captured. Then machine time need to be captured. Then, okay, labor time, who is operating that machine also, it need to be included. But when you come for this particular, okay, right, labor based work center, we don't need setup time or machine time or any other time. We just need only labor. So what I can do, I can just put it here. Okay, right. Other all things I do, I'm just going to put as no checking in default. So for here, I can put, okay, should be entered or must be entered. I can put that. So what will happen whenever you're just going to close this work center or you're going to confirm something or you're doing the confirmation option, we are going to see in order processing here. So this labor will become mandatory. So without giving this, we cannot be able to process further. So like that. Okay, if you want to create a new standard value key also, yes, you can able to do that. For an example, if you go for the configuration, so normally when the production is doing that, they will create one thing for you also. For an example, here you can see standard value keys. If you go there, so when the production guy is doing for them, so they will create one thing for PM also. For an example, you can see that, okay, right here we have, okay, standard production. Okay, maybe I'll copy that. Maybe I'll copy that. Okay, and I'll create one thing for PM. Okay, I'll put PM. And I'll put, okay, for plant maintenance. Okay, right. So this is not going to make any big difference. Okay, but if you want to make, okay, so you can just give maximum 6 parameters for one value key. So already we have 3. So, but you want only labor. So what you can able to do, sorry. So you can just, okay, unselect this, okay, and you can just have it for, okay, only for this labor here. Okay, you can just go and select for labor. Okay, right. So what will happen? So for this particular category, only that labor activity will be done. Okay, right. If I use this, okay, right, instead of that, okay, right, instead of using SAP 1, okay, so if I use PM, so what will happen? So in defaultly, it will be showing as, okay, right, I want to give only the labor activity. I don't want to give anything here. For an example, if I go here and select the PM part, you can see that. So this is the only difference. Okay, it is not going to make any big difference here. Okay, if you don't want to confuse the users and just want to give exactly what they need, okay, you can go like this. Or okay, you can use it as a standard also. Okay, it won't make any difference. But this checking is very important because if you're not giving the checking, so when you are using this work center, okay, it will not push the user to give the information. Or if you're just making this rule only, okay, it will ask, okay, so you need to give the labor information. So when you're closing that, when you're working on this work center and finally closing an order or something, so this information will be captured. Okay, this is common for production. Okay, common for production, plant maintenance, project system, quality, everywhere it is same. Okay, this is all about
Naveen,
basic. Okay, these are all the basic informations. So when you go for
Naveen, I have a
default,
question.
please.
So if as the standard value key, you have selected the keyword, right?
Yes.
Suppose nothing, and previously it was set as labor machine. So has it any impact on the person or has it any relation with the person responsible field?
No, there is no connection between person responsible. This is connection between this and this work center. Because you are going to
Okay,
use this work center.
okay,
Okay, a group of team is going to work. Maybe you just take 2 people. Okay, 2 people in this work center is going to work. So whenever
mm,
the 2 people has been allocated for a particular order and they are spending 1 hour or 2 hour or 3 hours in that particular work, and once the work is completed, okay, system wants to collect this labor information. If I'm not mentioning this rule here, system will not ask any information. So user doesn't want to give anything, how many hours of labors has worked or all these things. Okay, we don't need to give. For an
but
example, if
we are
employee,
linking person with the work center, right? First, because as you showed that first we are linking the person with the work center. So supposedly while entering the data, if there's some mismatch, supposedly I give some another person's name, right? So I select the standard value key. So will it proceed or it'll show some error in that
no,
case?
don't confuse with this person. Actually, this person is responsible for this work center means he's just taking care of this. He's not a working person. He's not
Okay.
working for this work center. Okay, right? So you just imagine that the team one. Team one means you can just take Ablek and Wasim. 2 persons are there in this team. Okay, right? He is just a coordinator. He will not come and work with you. But here, okay, in team one, you have Ablek and Wasim. So if Ablek and Wasim is going to do, for an example, today morning you are coming into the company, okay, right? You are just taken into one maintenance activity. You are working there for 2 hours or 3 hours. Okay, who knows that? Okay, how much hours you worked, where you worked, and all these things. So that will be captured using this keyword. If I'm not given this rule, okay, so we cannot capture anything here. That's what we are just asking here. Okay, it should be entered. So whenever you are just using this work center and you are completing a work, so we need to give this labor, okay, timing, how many hours you worked. So based on that time, okay, the cost will be captured. There is no connection between this and that.
Yeah, Naveen, one question here.
Please.
So you said based on this standard value key will capture the cost, right? So is there any formula like based on the standard value key which will internally calculate in the
Yes,
backend?
each and every keyword. Okay, right. So there will be a formula will
Yeah.
be there. Yes.
So who is responsible to configure that? And if we are going to do that, like how we can define
See,
some
for
formula?
labor and all these things, it will be already in standard. Okay, right? Production will be taking care of all other things. Maybe if you want to do any formula change also, you need to consult with finance and you need to do that. You
Okay.
cannot do it by your own because that calculation is directly connected to the cost. That is not connected to the workload or something.
Yeah, but normally it is like a number of hours into number
No. This
no.
calculation is not based on that. For an example, if you see here,
Mhm,
so okay, right? If you go for this, okay, I selected this parameter.
mhm,
What is behind this parameter? I'm not sure.
mhm,
Okay, what is behind this parameter? I'm not sure. Okay, for an example, if I go back, okay, right. So you can see this. Okay, right. For an example, I'll go for task. Okay, you can see here. Okay, right. So here, okay, I have some parameters. Okay, we have selected one labor parameter, right? You can
yeah,
see that labor parameter over here. Okay, this is labor parameter. So in this
mm,
parameter, you can see this is actually the setup.
okay,
Okay, this is actually the setup. Okay, right. So our responsibility is only for giving this. Okay, right. The same thing. If you want to add like a formula, okay, right. If you want to add like a formula, so
mm,
then, okay, I just want to go to production. Okay, right. Production. Then I want to go for, okay, work center. Then I want to go for, okay, right. The formula planning, work center formula. Here I can able to see, okay, right. So now you can see the same thing. What you're seeing there, you can see the same thing. So you have the same option there, but you don't have anything. You can see the same thing over in PM and PP. But here, additionally, the PP guy will have something which is related to the formula here where you can define what is the formula behind that particular setup. For an example, if you go for same thing, maybe if I go for this, you can see this. Okay, here I can set the formula. This is the formula behind this. This option we don't have.
mhm.
So
And
PP and finance will
mm,
coordinate and fix this time here. We are not responsible for doing that.
okay,
Yeah, they can fix this formula. Yes, they can fix it up. Okay, so because this S3, so this S_4, these all things will go for different thing. Okay, so operation time, labor time, or production facility or equipment efficiency. These formula that will be done here. Okay, if you want to be a part, you just want to discuss with PP and PP will be doing for this.
it's multiplication, right? Here, I guess it
And
is.
you can multiplication, any formula you can type it here. It's all typing. Yes. You can type whatever you want. See, all the parameters will be there. So you can able to type it all these things. You can see that each and everything is available here. So, okay, requirement type and all these things. Okay, how you want, okay, into duration or time into cost or whatever
Mhm.
you want, you can able to add it here.
So
But you need to consult with,
normally
uh,
customer will not ask PM consultant, right, to write this.
no.
They'll only give the
Normally, this will
requirement.
be discussed only with the finance guys.
Okay.
Because okay, this is related to finance, okay, right? Because the load, okay, we are just responsible only for calculating the load. We don't want to okay convey that okay how this load will be converted into cost. That connection will be taken care by finance. Okay, for an example,
Okay.
when you go for cost center, you will understand.
Mhm. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Right. So now we can move on to the default values. Okay, right. If you go for the default values, so here, okay, right. So some default values you can able to put. Okay, so this all things are not mandatory. If you have a HR module, okay, in your company, if you have a HR module, so you can give other things like okay, you can give the wage type, you can give wage groups, and all other things. Okay, these all things will be coming under the HR. Okay, if you have a HCM or you have success factor or something related to SAP, you can use it. And also you have a direct integration with HR using here. Okay, because everyone is a labor, everyone is an employee in a company. Okay, right. So, okay, here if you just integrate directly with this, okay, everyday workload will be automatically captured in the HR, in the payroll. So automatically it will capture, okay, what is the time, what is the ideal time and everything. So based on that, the salary will be calculated. Okay, right. If you don't have HR module, these all things are not required. You just want to give only this control key. Already we have seen enough about this control key last time in the task list also. Here you can see I'm giving the same control key here. Okay, right. Yes. Now you can understand here, okay, right, how this work center and this task list is getting connected. Okay, both are connecting, okay, with this control key. Okay, right. So that is why in the task list, okay, work center is means to be a mandatory. Okay, without that, okay, there is nothing need to be captured. And also you have given the standard keys, okay, in the basic data, right? So here you want to give what is the unit of measurement you need to capture. Okay, right. So some company will use minutes, some company use seconds. Okay, seconds I don't suggest, minutes I don't suggest. I'll suggest for hours. Okay, always go for hours. That is easy and you can able to predict something. Okay, going for minutes and seconds. So your company is having a very well accurate level of machines or to capture all these things or using any IoT device to capture. Then you can go for minutes or seconds. Otherwise, you just go for hours. That is always better because or else if you just go more, okay, minute level, so you cannot capture this information. Okay, right. It's up to your company, but hours, what we suggest. Yes. So after this, it's a very important thing. What we need to do is go for the capacity because the capacity of work center is what why we are using this work center or there is no use of this work center. Okay, right. So here, okay, what we can able to do is, okay, I'll just assign some category. Okay, these are the standard one. So this will not make any big difference. Okay, just I'm selecting, for example, it's a person or it's a machine like that. Okay, right. So it won't make any big difference. Okay, right. Where the difference is happening is in this folder. You can see the capacity box right here where the changes is going to happen. So now I'm going to use some formula here. So what is the formula we have discussed, right? That formula we are going to assign here. For an example, we have a setup formula, processing formula, the other formula like that. Okay, so maybe I'm putting some processing formula here. So you have all the standard formulas. Okay, whatever I shown you now. So if you want any different formula also, you can discuss with finance and PPI and you can able to change it. Okay, right? Whatever the formula you want based on the company. But these all things SAP has done the years and years of R&D to make all these things. Okay, this is suitable for all type of industries and setup. So normally we don't change it, but if you need any special requirement, you can do it. So in our case, if I go for, okay, for an example, I'll go for the standard labor time. If I want a machine, I can go for this. If it is a setup time, I can go for this. So everything is already been set up. Okay, right. So for an example, I'll go for labor time. Okay, right. I just want to go for it. Okay, right. And just click on this capacity because here where we are going to mention the entire capacity of this work center. This is common for machine and labor. So click on this, okay, capacity. Okay, so this cannot be used for requirement planning. Okay, so this will not do a scheduling here. So instead of this, I can able to choose maybe any other one. Okay, I can choose this one. Okay, that is only going to capture the time maybe. Okay, so here I'll go for labor time. It's labor requirements maybe. Maybe I'll click on the capacity now. So now it will okay. Yeah. So this is the very important page of this particular work center. Means we can say like a heart of this work center. So here where we are going to mention what is the capacity of this. It can be a labor or it can be a machine or whatever. So everything needs a capacity. So here I can able to make a capacity. For an example, I'll put okay, right? So maybe I'll just put the same thing here. And what is the capacity responsibility? Okay, it is not going to make any difference at all. Okay, right. So if you give each and everything a responsible, you need n number of labors need to be worked. So just select some standard one. Okay, that won't. Okay, right. And finally, okay, give your factory calendar. Okay, right. What is a factory calendar? So, okay, so in a plant, they are assigned. So that factory calendar, if you want, you can use it. Okay, it is not mandatory. But if you use this, okay, it will be very helpful for, okay, scheduling and plan. Okay, right. So I can use the same thing IN what we have used already for our plant and capacity basic unit. We can use same hours, whatever we have used, we can use this one. So apart from that, so what is going to define this capacity is we have this standard available capacity. What is the start time? What is the end time? What is the length of break? This is applicable for machine and labor, everything. So even the machine starts and it ends somewhere. So like that, okay, if an employee, maybe he comes at the morning 9, so I'll put here, okay, so morning 9 here. Okay, so I'll put morning 9 o'clock. Okay, he's coming up to office. Okay, maybe he's ending up at 6 o'clock. Yes. So maybe we can put, okay, 18. So I'll put 18. Okay, right. Anytime based on your company, you can put 9 to 18. Okay, so 9 to 6. So maybe in between, okay, he needs some break, okay, lunch break or tea break or whatever. So you can put length of break. Maybe for easy calculation, I'm just putting 1 hour, including everything. So including lunch and tea break, maybe. So now you can able to see this. So using this information, whatever I given, so system will automatically calculate what is the operating time and what is the capacity. Operating time is different, capacity is different. So here, one more option I need to give, that is capacity utilization. See, we are using this team. So maybe, okay, 9 to 6 is a full job. Okay, right. So if you want to utilize this particular labor's 9 to 6 completely, I can put 100% utilization here. So 9 to 6, there is a, sorry. So 9 to 6, there won't be any gap. So 100% they will be put on this work. Okay, you can put 100%. Or sometime, okay, company will think that, okay, 9 to 6, we cannot get their work. Maybe 1 hour or 2 hours, okay, they want to spend on some other things, skill development or learning courses or any kind of, okay, language coaching. Sorry, come again. Sorry, I'm not getting that. Hello.
So,
Yes, yes, I think you are saying something. Yes. Hello.
nothing from my side.
Okay, okay. I heard something. That's why. Yes, sorry.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Okay, right. So capacity utilization. Okay, right. So how much you want to utilize this labor? 9 to 6 complete you want to work 100%, you can put that. Okay, right. So, or you just want to use them for some other thing, you just want to use only 80% like that, you can put 80%. Okay, right. So especially this kind of utilization will vary on the machines. Okay, mostly not on labors. Okay, mostly on machines. Because some machines, okay, you will not work completely, you will not utilize completely. Maybe 70% or 80% you will utilize because you need a longer durable time. Because if you just use it for entire machine initially, okay, so it will just wear up very clearly. Okay, right. So we know about the wears and tears, right? So it will automatically goes, okay, down the performance and efficiency. So people will utilize less. Okay, right, initially. So then they will drastically, they will increase. Okay, like that they will do. So it is based on them utilization. For labors, okay, mostly they will go with 100 because 9 to 6, that is their job. And here you can put what is the number of individual capacity. This number of individual capacity defines how much people are there in this team. Okay, here where you're going to define, no other where, okay, you can define that, okay, how many person are there in the team. Okay, right. For an example, if there is 2 people in the team, I'll put 2 people. Or 3 or 4 or 5, you can put that over here. This number of individual capacity is number of individual persons available. Okay, right. Now, if I give an enter, you can see the operating time is 0 and capacity time is 0. If I give an enter, so these all things will automatically get updated, okay, based on our information. I'll give an enter. So you can see that, okay, now the operating time is 8 hours because 9 to 6, 1 hour of gap. So 8 hours is a solid operating time. We can operate with this team only for 8 hours. But the capacity you can showing as 16 hours. Why? Because 8 hours is an operating time. We have 2 individual capacity. 2 persons are working. So 8 hours is an operating time. I can operate with them for 8 hours, but the capacity, what I'm going to get it from them is 16 hours because 2 people is working. Okay, this is how the system will work. Okay, maybe you want to add them in the shift or something. Okay, right. So you can able to add them here. Okay, for an example, you have an options for intervals and shifts here. Okay, right. So you can simply go for intervals and shifts. Okay, right. And you can able to add the intervals and shifts over here. Okay, for an example, if I just want to add, okay, so insert, okay, I want to insert the interval here. Okay, I can click on this insert interval and I can put the date here, maybe from today, or I'll put, okay, 01/12/2025, okay, to 07, okay, 12, okay, 2025. For 7 days, I just want to plan, okay, right? If I give an enter, so automatically it will get scheduled. Automatically it will get scheduled. And automatically the time and all these things, everything will get updated. If you want to go with the shift and sequence. Okay, this is only for the planners. Okay, right? So we can able to update this here. Okay, right? So, and you can able to have it. Okay, right? You can able to utilize. Maybe you want one person to work on this shift or two-person wants to work. So maybe on the same Monday, okay, same Monday. So you have 9 to 6. Maybe you want to do the double the shift. Okay, so after 6 to 12, you want to make another shift. Yes, you can do that. Okay, you can just click on and you can put insert shift. So it will be inserted. You can see that same Monday, you can have one more shift. Maybe you want one more, you can just again insert the shift. So like that, okay, this all things are the planning actually, okay, right? So it will change, okay, it will dynamically, it will change. Okay, so based on that, okay, so this is the planner work, okay, they will do it for one time and they will keep on changing this activity. So for work center planning and capacity, we have different setup. So work center, okay, planning and capacity evaluation. So we have a number of capacities mostly. So we need to take a help of production people for this, okay, right? Or if you want to take care, okay, PM has to, okay, get the complete authorization from PP and we can do. Okay, this is for work center, okay, for capacity, okay, and also for shift calculation. All these things will be happen over here. Same thing for PP also. Okay, right. So
I
now
saw
once,
something like grouping. Yeah. So what is this grouping for
where
in
is the
general?
group?
In general data, capacity responsible and grouping. Yeah,
This one.
this one. Yeah.
So this is related to a capacity, it seems. I'm not sure about exactly what it is actually. Okay, but maybe this is actually for a capacity grouping. So maybe you want to group the capacity between the number of work centers, maybe, but it has not been widely used. We are not using it up because it's not related to us. This is not going to do anything for PM as of
Okay.
maybe. Yeah. Okay, right. So this is the capacity. Okay, whatever you are giving here, that is how this work center will work. Okay, if you want to change anything here, you want to change over here only. You cannot change it in the transaction or something because this work center will work based on that. Okay, right. So if you go back, once the capacity is given, okay, right. So you can able to add it for scheduling. Okay, scheduling, it will happen automatically. You don't need to do anything here. Scheduling, we have a separate configuration. For work center, we don't need to do anything. We just give only the capacity category. Okay, right. So this will automatically synchronize with the capacity box. So we don't need to give anything more here. Okay, right. So the most important thing what we need to give in this work center is regarding a costing. So we have discussed about the work center, right? So now it is time to discuss about the cost center. So what the work center will do is, okay, it will capture the workload. That is the only role. What is the work done by this work center? It will capture that workload. That's it. Okay, right. That particular workload need to be converted into a cost. So that will be done by this particular costing here. We have a cost center for this. So cost center is completely coming under the finance. Okay, this is completely a finance part. So maybe I'm using some common cost center. Maybe I'm using 1,000 as common. I'm just using it for an example. So what we can able to do with this particular setup is, okay, right. So this cost center is going to capture the workload. What is the workload? Maybe I work for 2 hours or 3 hours on this one. So per hour a cost, I need to capture it automatically and I want to give it to this cost center and this cost center will carry that information to finance. Okay, right. How, okay, we have a profit center will capture the profit like that. This is the cost incurred by this work center. It will capture and it will send to that. And where we are maintaining that per hour cost and all these things is that concept we call it as activity type. We call a concept called activity type. What this activity type will do is finance will maintain, okay, for each and every, okay, so this activity, okay, this labor is an activity. And okay, for this each and every activity, okay, in PM, okay, or production, whatever. So they will create one activity type and for each and every activity type, okay, so they will set some okay, sets a price for that, per hour price, or okay, so per day price, like that. They will just maintain that, and that will be synchronized with the formula. So what is the formula we have mentioned for the capacity, and what is the activity type? We can able to have this. So let me check any activities there. Okay, we have something for this. Okay, you can see that. Okay, this is one activity. I can put this here. Okay, and what is the, okay, what is the formula? You need to give that formula, exactly the same formula what you have given. Okay, for the calculation, you need to give it here. So based on that, it will work. For an example, I'll go for hours or something. It will work. Okay, I think it is based on ton something. Okay, right. Okay, so where this finance people will be doing is, okay, they will be having a separate T code. That is not our scope. They will go to KP26. Okay, this is their T code. We don't have anything to do with this. Okay, right here where they will maintain this. They will be maintaining this here. Okay, right. So they will be maintaining. Okay, so what is the period? Okay, from which period to which period they want to maintain the cost? What is the year? And they will put the cost center here. And what is the activity type here? Okay, right. So based on that, they will maintain the per cross here. Okay, maybe I'll show you if anything, something is available. So maybe I'll go for 1 to 12 period and 2025 and cost center, maybe 1000 and activity type. Maybe I'll copy this just for showing you. Okay, right. So click on this option. Okay, right. It's overview. Yeah. So here where, okay, so they will be, okay, assigning the cost. Okay, this will be done by the costing team, not by the FI team. This will be done by CO team. You can see that. Okay, so it has been mentioned, okay, based on some ton or something actually. Okay, right. So it is a random one. But if you want to have, we can create, okay, a new activity type, and we can able to give, okay, per hour based on this. This cost is fixed. So whenever we are just capturing something on this, okay, what is the activity? How many workload? 1 hour or 2 hour or 3 hour? This activity type and this formula will work. And based on that, this cost will be automatically captured in the order. Okay, so this is the actually the cost, okay, incurring on the particular set. So like that, you may use n number of work centers for different type of task. So all these things will be consolidated and you will get a cost and you can settle. Right? Yes. So once it is done, you can able to save it. So your work center is done. So like that, you can able to create n number of work centers here based on the team or based on individual labors. That's up to you. So you can able to make it up. Yes. Otherwise, it's all very simple thing. So mostly it is related to production, but still we are just copying entirely and we are using for plant maintenance only for capturing the workload and the cost. Yes. Getting an idea.
So, yeah, but so Naveen, like when we are
Yes.
explaining to the customer, so they'll ask, right, like how this formula will calculate. So we should know, right? Like if it is calculating number of employee into number of hours worked, or if it is calculating some other way. So do we need to know this, or
No,
like just to?
even if you know this also, you don't have an option in your category.
Hmm.
So that is what I'm saying that, okay, even if you want to know, yes, you can know that, okay, because see, that's what I told. PM is completely an integratable model. We don't have our own resource. Everything we have to depend on that. If a PP is giving you the authorization to do that, yes, you can do that. But customer will not ask you anything related to that
And
because these are
also,
the universal formulas. Yes.
yeah, and for activity type, Naveen, like is this like suppose fixed price you sold like 5,000 is fixed price for that particular labor activity type, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
So is this going to also impact on the person, how many person working on that, or it is like maybe 2% working or 3% working, but that price will be 5,000 only,
It is based on work center, not on person again.
not on person.
Not
Okay.
on person. Okay. So the person is a load. Okay. Only for workload.
Okay.
This cost is for work center because I'm just assigning this activity as a common activity for this work center. If this
Hmm.
work center work for 2 hours, 2 into 5, 10,000.
Okay. And in work center we have the person. So
Yeah,
that
that
will.
person is only for workload actually. See, work is different, cost is different.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you are using
Okay.
HR module, you can go with that category. Each and every
Okay.
person you can maintain, okay, right? So what is the person of this? Okay, what is the level of this person? Maybe this person is a supervisor, his level is for an example 1,000 rupees. If he
Okay.
work, okay, another person work for 2,000 rupees. That if you have a HR module or something, only we can have that kind of thing. That will come under the payroll. Yes.
Okay. Not here. Okay. Fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Naveen, I have one question.
Please.
So, work center creation will that part MM team will be responsible for that, right?
MM.
MM or we need to
No.
create it.
Who is responsible? MM. We didn't discuss about MM, right? So this work center is actually the concept of production. Okay, either
Okay,
production has to do or PM has to do.
PMS. Okay, fine, fine. Okay.
Yeah. MM has no scope on this. Okay, MM has no scope.
Mhm.
Only PM or PP. PP has, okay, 80% of scope. Okay, right. So if PP is not ready to do or they are giving a provision, so we can do. Mostly in the companies, PP will do for you. Okay, right, because they have all the configuration. Okay, so maybe you can just see in the configuration itself, you will understand. So maybe if you go for production, so we have entire set. You can see general routing, capacity, costing, everything they have the entire control. But when you go for the plant maintenance, we have nothing. So that's the difference I'm saying, that you can see if you go for plant maintenance and you can see for work center, we have only this. Okay, only the basic setup. Only the basic things we have. Okay, other than that, we cannot able to go more deeper and do this one. That's why, okay, right? If the production is giving you the options, okay, right? So mostly they won't, okay, but if they are giving, we can do that. Or else we need to give the requirement to them. So I want these all the work centers. They will just create and give it to you.
Okay, got it. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, PP. So, there you mentioned like there are a number of work center.
Yeah.
So, during creation of task list, so how do we identify which work center we need that time?
No, that is not integration. See, integration is nothing but, okay, so we are not like India, Pakistan actually. See, for an example, it's a teamwork actually. See, for an example, okay, so if you are creating a task list, before the task list itself, everything should be ready.
Okay.
Everything should
Mhm.
be ready. See, I just shown you in a sequence, okay, equipment, function, location, and task, because that is a sequence, or else you will not understand. That's why I gone into sequence. But when you go in
Mhm.
the real-time project, what will happen is, okay, right? So whatever you have to do, that prerequisite will be automatically ready. For an
Okay.
example, okay, right? So if you are starting an equipment, okay, you need a maintenance plant. So MM will make it ready. Okay, right. So when you are going for task list, maybe, okay, if production is going to do that, production will make it ready. Then only you can start.
Mhm.
Production will make a control key, production will make a usage, production will make everything, and production will make the work center. Okay, if they are doing everything, they will make it ready, then they will start. So this is all teamwork actually. You are all will be sitting in the same place and you are doing the project. So there won't be any misunderstanding will happen. All right.
Okay, fine. Got it.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Naveen,
Naveen,
I have a
Yeah, please.
yeah, Vasim, go ahead. Go ahead. I
no,
have a general
like you,
question like I'm asking.
it's okay. You can go ahead.
So Naveen, so we created equipments, we created work centers, we created functional locations, right? But whenever we have to search for this particular parameter, we have to like it's interrelated. So is there anything in SAP we can directly, suppose I need a list of all the equipments and I want to get it like on a one at a like first go. Is it possible?
There are n number of reports are available. Okay, so there is no okay, so shortage in reports actually. I'll give a shortcut. Okay, you can try that, because just giving one or two T codes, okay, that is no use. I'll do one thing. I'll just give a shortcut so where you can able to find it everything in one place. So even we just give this to the customer as well, because customers will ask lot of requirements. I want a report like that. I want like this, like that. Okay. So what we will do is initially we will give this particular setup. You just go through everything. So if you want anything additional to this, we can do that. For an example here, now you can see, okay, this is SAP EC Access, right? So now instead of this, if you go to SAP, okay, one, just give this T code as SAP1, okay, right? And give an enter, okay, right? So everything will go off and you will see the report selection. Only reports will be shown here. You don't see any transaction or any other thing, only reports. So when you have free time, what you can do, you can go to the plant maintenance and you can see everything over here. So management, you can see this all things are reports. Each and every report will be unique and it will be different. So you can, when you have a free time, you can go each and every report and you can able to find out which report will be apt for you when you are working in a project, so that you can able to pick it up. Okay, right. So
Okay.
same thing we do for the customers. Okay, because customer will have n number of requirement, they will ask that. So first we will just give them, okay, so use this T code and go through all these reports when you have time. And if you want more than this, then we can customize or we can enhance. So when you are trying also, you can do the same thing. You can just try for all these things, you will get it, what you are asking.
Okay. Thank you, Naveen, because
Yes.
this is really helpful. Because whenever I'm creating or I'm creating some mistakes or errors, or I'm creating two work centers just to check like what's the difference. So it's easy to compare and understand. Okay, what
That's what
all
you can just
fields
go
are
through everything.
related
Yes,
here.
go through
Yeah.
everything, each and everything you can go through. Everything is a report, no transaction at all. When you go for SAP one, and once it is
Yeah.
done, again you can go to menu and just change to SAP menu. It will come back to the same. That's it.
Okay. Thank you,
Okay, you
Naveen.
can
Thank
try for this. Yes. Yeah.
you. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, right. So that's all for today. Yes, yes. So tomorrow we'll just continue with the other things. So please, okay, so bring everything till work center. Please make it completed and please bring it tomorrow. We can just review once and we can go to the next level. So we need to see the next thing like catalogs, and we have, okay, catalog profiles. Okay, like so other things we have. Okay, one by one we can see that. Okay, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you so much.
Tomorrow
Thank you.
11, right? Tomorrow
Yeah,
11.
tomorrow, yes, tomorrow 11 or 11:30.
Oh, 11. Wasim, are you okay with 11?
Yes, yes. 11 is fine.
Oh,
Okay, okay,
oh,
perfect. Yes.